Good morning, everybody. It's Angie, and today we are going to do something kind of fun. But while I'm getting my chat pulled up, let me just remind you that my name, like I said, is Angie Atkinson. And on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. All right. So I am just going to pull up my chat really quickly here and see where it takes us, shall we? So today I thought we would do something that is called a personal happiness assessment quiz. Now it's just 10 questions that I'm going to do. I'll do a more extended version later in another video, but I don't want to waste all of our time this morning doing that. So once I say hello to everyone, I'm going to do this little quiz with you guys. I think you'll like it. All right, everybody. Jillian says hello. Hello, my love. Hello, Miss Colleen. Hello, hello. Happy to see you today. Jillian says, let's rock and roll. Yes. Malta says, good morning and welcome to Morning Coffee with Angie Atkinson, and offers advice for people who are experiencing technical or audio difficulties. Good morning, Breon. Good morning, Ms. Nell 30. Hello and welcome. Let's see here. We have Teresa Tromke in the house. Good morning and welcome back, honey. She says, it's a great day. You're awesome. Thank you for all you do. Well, thank you so much, Teresa. I really appreciate that. Shelly Thomas in the house. Hello, Shelly, and good morning and welcome back, my love. Jillian has big hugs for Malta. Elise says, hi, Angie and everyone. Picky Nana says, hey, all. Okay, you guys, this is very exciting stuff. So get ready. I'm going to pull this up and we're going to do it. So this is called the personal happiness assessment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a question. There are 10 questions. And then I'm going to tell you 3 answers, A, B, and C. And you just write down, or remember, I think it's easiest to write it down. Write down or type down your choice for each question. And at the end, then I'm going to tell you exactly what that means. Okay? So question number 1, how do you feel about life? A, life is good. I have almost everything I want, and I have the ability to work for the things I need. B, life is okay. There's no major problem, but I don't feel really upbeat either. Or C, everything sucks. I wish I could get out of this freaking mess. Okay? So write down your answers, A, B, or C. Number 2, how often do you keep in touch with friends and family? A, regularly. B, when they contact me. C, hardly ever. Remember, sometimes family is not blood. All right. Number 3, what do you do when you are faced with a difficult problem? A, I try to look at it from different angles to find the best solution. B, I try to do the minimum to get rid of the problem. Or C, problem? What problem? Number 4. So remember, write down A, B, or C for your answer. Number 4, how often do you exercise to keep fit? A, regularly. B, once in a while. C, hardly ever. All right. Number 5, do you have a 5-year plan, a yearly goal, a quarterly quota, or a daily task list, or all of the above? A, yes, and I refer to it regularly. B, yes, but I don't remember what it is. Or C, nah, I don't believe in planning ahead. Number 6, you are looking for a job and your skills match about 50% of the requirement. You're invited to an interview. How do you feel about your chances? A, I'm pretty sure I'll get the job if I put my best foot forward. B, I'll just attend the interview but be prepared that I might not be picked. Or C, I don't think my chances are very high. Maybe I should just skip the interview. Number 7, a friend recently lost his job and has decided to start his own business. He came to you for advice because you're a successful entrepreneur. What would you do? A, provide all the help you can so your friend can start a business and be successful as soon as possible. B, answer only the questions he asked because you don't really feel obligated to provide too much information. Or C, decline to help. You don't need another competitor. All right, number 8, do you like to acquire new knowledge, for example, learning to cook or a new language? A, yes, I enjoy learning new things. B, depends on whether or not I make money. Or C, I don't have the energy to learn anything new. Number 9, you received a promotion. How do you feel about it? A, I feel so happy. honored and grateful. I will accept the greater responsibility that comes with a new job. B, the increase in pay is good, but I'm really worried about the increased responsibilities and how they might weigh me down. Or C, geez, it's about time. It's just a progression in my career. Number 10, when life gets hectic, what do you do? A, stay calm and focus and be mindful about what's going on and how to cope. B, react to problems as they surface without thinking about them too much. Or C, shut down and don't talk to anyone. All right. Now, what I want you to do is figure out how many A's, how many B's, and how many C's you got. All right. So, which answer do you have the highest count? If you had mostly A's, life is good. You're pretty happy and you're among the happiest people around you. So, enjoy your life, keep it up, and help other people. B, you're kind of feeling indifferent. You're not exactly unhappy, but at the back of your mind, you really know you could do better. Or C, it can only get better. You're not happy with your current circumstances. You feel that you deserve much better, and it's about time you take action to reclaim your happiness. Okay, so how did you guys do? Let me know. I'm going to go back and say hello to everybody while you let me know how you did. Okay? All right, so let's see. Who did I miss? Timothy Yeiser's in the house. Good morning, Timothy. Malta says good morning to Jillian, Colleen, and glad to have you back, Jillian and Colleen. I should separate those two. Ellen May. Hey, Ellen May. Good morning. She says good morning. DJ J Love in the house. Hey, DJ J Love. She says good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Yay! Yes, indeed, it is Friday. Good morning, Malta. How are you, honey? Let's see. Jillian says, love you, Angie. Admins and peeps will be getting ready for work. Okay, Jillian, we heard you, girl. Shelly Thomas says, hey. Smiley face waves. Misty Trinkle in the house. Hello, Misty. Welcome back. She says, morning, Angie. Still staying no contact as much as I can as I move toward divorce with an alcoholic narcissist. That's the very best thing you can do, my love. I'm so sorry you're going through that. Colleen Brosnan says, aw, thanks, Malta. It's great to see everyone. Always great to have you here, my love. And Malta says, have a great day at work, Jillian. Jillian says, hey, I made it through the abuse. Hell yeah, you did. Sue Bruce says, could use everyone's prayers about getting a student loan. Okay, everybody send love, prayers, and strength and positive energy to Miss Sue Bruce. She is getting ready to go back to school, and I'm so excited for her. I know you can do this, Sue, and I know you'll get this loan. Just stay focused on the positive. Sarah Black says, good morning and happy Friday to all. Good morning, Sarah Black, and welcome back, my love. Colleen Brosnan says, you got it, Sue. And Sue, thanks, Colleen. Stacy, the Sparkling Star, is in the house. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? Donna Doherty has prayers sent for Sue. Good morning, Wally. Stacy, the Sparkling Star, says, hello, everyone. Wait a minute. Where did I find her at? There she goes. Hey, Angie. Hey, girl. Hey. Wait, I lost my spot, you guys. It's terrible. Okay. All right. Here, I got it. Okay. Stacy says, how's everyone feeling? Muffy Lewandowski in the house. Hey, Muffy. Welcome back, honey. She says, good morning, Angie and Angie family. Spanily. Blessed day to y'all. Yes, ma'am. I have my coffee. Yes, me too. I'm drinking out of this cup today. It says rum chata on it. I don't know if you can see that. It says rum chata. My husband got it in he got for his birthday last month. Yeah, last month. He received a rum chata gift set from some friends of ours, and it came with this cup. And when he got the set, he goes, well, honey, I guess you have a new coffee cup. So here I have a new coffee cup. Mm-hmm. All right, Stacy the Sparkling Star says, so glad I made it. I feel you, girl. I'm so glad you made it too. And Malta says, good morning, Stacy. Timothy Yeiser, oh yeah, you guys are giving okay. Timothy Yeiser says B, so he's kind of in the middle. Okay. Good morning, Sue Gable. She says, good morning, all. Good morning, Angie and Malta. Good morning, Sue. DJ J Love says majority B. Okay, so you're not so bad. It's not so bad. It's good. It could be better, but it's getting there. Stacy the Sparkling Star says hello to Malta. Wally says mostly C's. Okay, so Wally's got some healing to do. We can feel that. Colleen Brosnan has mostly A's. I can dig that, girl. You've worked really hard, haven't you, to get there? And you have such a beautiful little family. She has some amazing kids, this one. And she's pretty amazing herself. Elise says, be as well. Okay, very good, very good. Breon, you're so happy. I'm so glad to hear that. Tell me all about it. Misty Trinkle says, C for sure, divorcing the alcoholic narc. I feel you, girl. It's okay, because that's why you're here. We're going to help you get through that. You see how we have a nice mix of A's, B, and C's here. Yes. Stacy the Sparkling Star says, good morning, Angie. Good morning, love. Shelly Thomas says, I got mostly A's, but resonated with your explanations of each majority. I can dig that. Yep. Dana Nicoletti got mostly B's. Jillian got 6 A's a year ago, all C's. Jillian, that is a beautiful thing, and I'm so happy for you and proud of you. You have worked so hard on this. And Jillian, you guys, she's amazing. She has gone from the lowest point to the highest point, and she's just worked so hard to get there, and I'm so proud of her. She's just amazing. Malta McMurchie says he has 5 A's, 4 B's, and 1 C. Okay, honey, that's a good start because you're mostly A's, which is very, very good, and still working on it. But that's okay. That's why we're all here together. We're all, you know what? I'm going to be really straight up with you. I have to work on it still every single day. Not to say that I'm miserable all the time, but we're all human, and everybody has their ups and their downs and their goods and their bads, right? So I'm just like everybody else. Vanessa Lopez says, top of the morning to you. Top of the morning, Ms. Vanessa. Welcome, welcome, and welcome to the tribe. Shelly Thomas says, lots of love for Sue Bruce. Awesome, awesome. I love how you guys support each other. Oh, we have a day in a life in general. All right, cool name. Says the narc moved out yesterday. Such a great feeling. Excuse me. That is amazing, and I'm so happy for you. I want you to be prepared a day in the life because what's going to happen is right now you're happy and relieved, but at some point you might get a little bit sad. So I don't want you to dig into the sadness unless you really need to, but I want you to stay focused on what feels good to you right now and on taking care of yourself and loving yourself. Even though you're excited at the moment, you might have a little crash, and I want you to be prepared for it, but I want you to also, when it comes, I want you to go, okay, well, I knew this was coming, so I'm going to be okay. And I want you to keep going up. Okay. Jamie B says, hey guys, hey, happy Friday. I need your help. I screwed up big time last night. Oh no, Jamie B, what happened, honey? Kimberly P says, hey, hey, hi. So I am here, and I've been noticing that when something traumatic happens to those narcs, let me see if I can see the rest of her thing. Kimberly, I just thought I saw it. Kimberly, okay, I'm gonna have to come back to that, Kimberly. Oh, I don't feel compassionate for them, she says. In fact, I like it. Okay, Kimberly, I've heard this before, and I don't think you should beat yourself up for it, but I think that you should just be aware of it because I don't want you to develop a negative uh, a negative energy in yourself. And when remember what you think about, you bring about. So if you focus on positive things happening for yourself. So what I suggest you do is when you see something traumatic happen to the narcissist, I want you to take a deep breath and look around your life. And instead of focusing on what is happening to them, focus on what you have to be grateful for, even if it's that it didn't happen to you. So focus on, like, if they, let's say lost all their money, be grateful that you have money. You know what I mean? I think that's a more constructive way to deal with those feelings. Now, if you need to be angry to get through to the next level, do what you need to do until you're ready to move forward. But give yourself that gift of not staying in the negative, hateful spot, okay? Because it can really mess with your psyche and your energy and your whole life. So just be careful. It's not a bad thing. It's normal and healthy, and I can't deny that I've had those moments myself. But for the sake of your own soul, work on figuring out a way to focus on what you're grateful for, even if it is the opposite of whatever they had happen to them. Okay? I hope that's helpful. Denise Farmer. Hey, Denise. She says, good morning and thank you for your help yesterday. I couldn't have made it without your help. We'll still need you along the rest of the way. Okay, Denise, I feel you, honey. And I can definitely understand because I know what we discussed, and I'm really proud of you for staying strong, and I'm definitely happy to keep helping you. All right. So reach out to me and we will discuss it and figure it all out. Muffy Lewandowski in the house says, when the narcs tell you people see the way you allow them to treat you, when the narcs tell you that people see the way you allow them to treat you, that makes it okay for them to treat you that way. So since I am the one that makes it okay for them to treat me that way, how do I change that? Okay, that's all about creating boundaries, Muffy. So, for example, we've talked before about deal breakers, right? So I think I know you guys know this, and you're probably going to be like, shut up, Ange, but I'm just going to tell you anyway. My deal breakers in my marriage are, don't cheat on me, don't hurt me physically, and don't hurt my children, okay? Even though, and my husband, his deal breakers are the same for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a two-way street. not that I would ever cheat on him or hurt him or beat my kids, but those are the deal breakers. If we do those things, if we hurt our children or we physically hurt each other or we cheat on each other, that's it, right? So this is how we move forward together. You create boundaries. And if, those are the deal breakers, but there are other things, like if one of the things that I would not tolerate is being, spoken to disrespectfully in public or exceptionally disrespectfully in private. When you're in a relationship, you have ups and downs, and that's normal and healthy, but it's a matter of how you choose to deal with the downs, the parts that suck as a couple. And if you can figure out a way to come together and work as a team, or at least one person supports the other while that person fixes the issue or whatever, you can do that. But when you're in a situation where you're constantly the one being, abused, attacked, ruined by this person, and you're never the person in the right, they're always in the right, it's a whole other thing. How do you change this? You draw boundaries and you stand behind them. You do not allow the person to take one step over the boundary, and if they do, when they're the deal-breaking boundaries, you end it. When they're not the deal-breaking boundaries, you discuss it and you let them know. Just because something isn't a deal breaker doesn't mean that you can't still end a relationship over it. It just means that you might talk about it first. You know what I'm saying? So there are some things that my husband or I could do that might still cause us to lose our situation and split up or whatever. But those three things that I talked about are the things that we would not, there would be no discussion. If those things happened, they would, in our opinion, they would automatically end the relationship without discussion. Does that make any sense at all? Am I totally off in left field here? Let me know, Muffy. And I'm going to do some material. I'm building some courses, and I've got some upcoming videos on boundary settings. So stay tuned for those as well, Muffy. Malta says to Sue Gable, sending positivity your way. I think he meant Sue Bruce. For that student loan. He wants Sue to get that student loan. Misty Trinkle says, what happened, Jamie B? And Misty Trinkle also sends prayers to Sue for getting the loan. Muffy says good morning. Malta says good muffing to good muffing, you guys. Maybe I better take another sip of coffee. Says good morning to Muffy. Malta says good morning to Muffy. Shelly Thomas says, I'm happy with the healing I've done and the peace of mind that's come with it. At the same time, I'm aware of much more healing to do. I'm still manifesting my best self and making my dreams a reality. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I think that we are all always going to still be manifesting our best selves, because even though I think my life is pretty good right now, there are definitely areas I can still improve in, and there are definitely things I'm still working toward. So I don't want you guys to assume that, just because I feel like I'm pretty much healed from the narcissistic abuse, that I'm like, obviously I'm nowhere near perfect, but I feel very comfortable knowing that I am working in the right direction at all times. I understand, I feel like I've evolved quite a lot over the years, and I still have more evolving to do. It's just life. You know what I mean? You grow and you change, and that's when you stop growing and changing and learning, then, well, I guess you die. You know what I mean? You have to keep always moving forward in this life. Jamie B says, we had emailed back and forth throughout the day because I need him to send money. He said he would, and to call him at 7 so that he was done working and I would see how much. So I called, he ignored. I texted and emailed, and let me find the rest of Jamie B's comment. Went full psycho mode and blew up his phone 13 times. Left all kinds of crazy messages about how he's playing with me and always lies and is probably out effing a million other girls, and lost my shit. Okay, Jamie B. Take a deep breath. It sucks that you sent him the text messages, and that you left him messages like this, okay? But what I want, did he respond to you? Did you, what happened after that? And are you calmer this morning? I think maybe what you want to do is, when he ignores you, I know it's about money and that makes it harder, but when he ignores you, if you can focus on not him during that time, like, okay, I'm just not going to focus on him right now. I'm going to wait until tomorrow to deal with this when I'm calm. Sometimes just giving something enough time to get you through the light, to the light of day or whatever, it makes a big difference. So that's what I would suggest on this, but I'll wait and see what else he said, and when I scroll down in the chat here. I'm going to go ahead and answer these other comments so I don't miss anybody. Let's see here. So Picky Nana says, I've been waiting for it actually. I think I was on a kicked him out high, now dealing with the aftermath. Reality is real. LOL, this too should pass. Yeah, this will pass, Nana, and I know it's hard. I hope you're okay, honey. Oh, she says, I know it's better to be down for a day than kept in his box for another minute. So, okay, it's okay to cry because tomorrow I probably won't. That's actually very insightful, because we are going to go through those ups and those downs. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's going to feel good. Sometimes it's going to feel like crap. And you're going to think, oh my God, it would just be so much easier to go back. And maybe it would in that moment. But in the long term, in the grand scheme of things, Picky Nana is right, because it is better to be down for a day or two than to be kept in the box for another minute. And I used to say, I think I told you guys before, when I was going through my divorce, that Whitney Houston song, I can't remember the title of it, but in it she says, I would rather be alone than unhappy. And I feel like, the same thing. I feel the same way. I feel like I'd rather be alone than unhappy. And so that became my mantra during my divorce. It's how I got through things. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. Malta says, I'm so sorry to hear it, Jamie. I would like for you to be okay. We all make mistakes. Big hugs. Exactly. That's exactly right, Malta. And I don't want you to beat yourself up over it, Jamie, but I want you to learn from it. You know what I mean? We can't go back and change what we did yesterday, but we can definitely do better in the future. And so now you know that it triggered you because he promised you something, and then once again he ignored you. And see, what he did there was he manipulated you into sending him those messages and doing those things. I don't know if you have any access to his phone, but if you do, I'd delete those as quick as I could, just for your own sake. Yes. Shelly Thomas says, thanks for your honesty, Angie. It's very, very encouraging. I'm so glad to hear that, Shelly. Thank you so much. Elise says, good for you, Shelly. Breon Garner says, I've been on a fast track to healing, learning and progressing as a result of narc abuse, and it's paid off. Absolutely. It definitely does pay off. I feel like I've got something on my lip here. It definitely does. And it's a process, isn't it? It's not like the first day that you start to go through this, it's not like everything feels better the first day, right? It gets a little better every day. And it's kind of a cumulative effect after a while. It's like when you take an antidepressant or whatever, the first few days you're like, this stuff doesn't work. But by the end of the month, you feel a lot better, same deal, except no drugs. Tammy Jones is here. Hey, Tammy, welcome, welcome. She says, TGIF, everyone. Welcome, Tammy. Lanny Slow says, good morning, Angie and all the survivors. Welcome, Lanny. No contact from alcoholic drug abusers, NARC, for 1 month or more. Great. Thanks, all. I tuned in late. Oh, I don't see the rest of that. Okay, we'll get to the rest of that, Lanny. And I'm so glad to hear that you're no contact for a month or more. That is beautiful, and I'm proud of you. No worries about tuning in late. Yvonne Salazar says, I decided yesterday that being miserable was not good for me. I am taking control of my life back from the narc. Oh, that's such a good thing, Yvonne. I'm so proud of you. She says, never again. Although this past week has been hard, I would do it all again. Hell yeah, exactly. Exactly. Don't even stress about it. It happens. Let's see here. Malta says, way to go, Jillian. Oh, I lost my place in chat. Let me scroll back up. Hold up. Okay. La la la. Okay. Lost my place. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, Ellen May says, oh, Malta says, way to go, Jillian. Ellen May says, I finally have an appointment with the lawyer to start the divorce. Is it normal to have second thoughts? Yes. Yes, it's normal. If you need to, Ellen, I want you to write down a list of all the reasons you're going through, you've decided to get a divorce, all the reasons you don't want to be with a narcissist anymore, and keep it and put it in your drawer or whatever. And anytime you feel second thoughts, I want you to go back and read it, because what happens is, as we spend time away from the narcissist, we become less aware of what actually we went through. And then we start to doubt ourselves and we start to have second thoughts. So if we have a list that can remind us of the way we felt when they abused us and the things they did to us, It helps a lot when we have those second thoughts. I would suggest that you give that a shot. If you have been through narcissistic abuse, it does not change. Even if you go away for 6 months and come back, it does not change. It might change for a minute, but once they feel comfortable with you again and they know that they've got their hooks firmly in place, they're going to go back to the same old, same old. It's true. I've never seen it not happen. Yeah. Shelly Thomas says, that's awesome, Breon. It's so nice to see other people finding success in the shared process of healing. And Shelly Thomas says, yeah, Ellen, I think it's completely normal. I agree with Shelly. Jamie B says, she says, I started crying uncontrollably and I didn't stop until I fell asleep around 3 a.m. Oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry. But you know what? Maybe you needed to go through that. Maybe you needed to let those emotions out, Jamie B. I mean, just remember, when you were in that relationship for all of those years, you weren't allowed to have emotions showing. And if you did, you got sort of punished for them, right? Don't allow this to be something that you dwell on. Just look at it as, okay, well, I needed to get through that moment. I needed to let those emotions out. So now you've done that. How are you feeling this morning? Are you feeling any better, sweetie? Jillian says, Yvonne, cool. Way to take charge, girl. Yay. And has love. Jillian has love for Malta. Misty Trinkle says, oh, Jamie B, I understood. I lost my shit the other day and told my boys that their dad buys $1,000 worth of cocaine at a time. I should have told them that. How old are your boys, Misty? And Jillian says to Ellen, yeah, that's normal. Shelly Thomas says, really great advice, Angie. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate that. Muffy says, good morning to you, Malta. Sorry, I don't know how to do the name and the at thing. God bless you and Angie for being here for us. So happy to be here for you, Muffy. And Malta is too. He says, no problem. Nargis is back. Good morning, Nargis. She says, good morning, dear, all lovely people. We are happy to have you back, my friend. Welcome back. Madeline Gutierrez in the house. Hey, Madeline. She says, happy Friday, Ms. Angie and roomies. I celebrated a 30-day no contact yesterday. Yay! Congratulations. The narc tries to send me text and voicemail, but I do not respond whatsoever. I'm so proud of you. I know how hard it is sometimes to not respond. So I just want you to know I'm incredibly proud of you for that. Good job, Madeline. And Ms. Vanessa Lopez is in the house. She says, wondering if you were an Aquarius by any chance. Random, I know. No, actually, I'm a Pisces, which apparently gets along with Aquarians very well. I don't know. Anyway, what does that mean to you if I tell you I'm a Pisces, Vanessa? SD. Well, I guess that depends on if you're talking about like the astrology that we've always known, or like a few years ago, they did this thing where they said that we were all wrong and the earth had tilted, and therefore people born after a certain time had different sun signs. And at that time, I would have been an Aquarius, but then I heard that it went back to normal. I don't really know. So technically I'm a Pisces, but I might be an Aquarius depending on whose astrology you believe. You tell me, Vanessa, what does that mean? I'm very interested in your thoughts. SD says, hey, SD, I was offered the job I applied for yesterday. Yay! I'm so excited. Everybody give big hands up for SD. She says, I am so happy and excited and relieved. I'm so grateful for you and everyone in here who's given me support. SD, that is beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. That is great news today. Thank you so much. Okay, Ms. Jamie B says, I've had such a sucky week and I thought I was doing better. Just yesterday, an old friend of mine invited me to go back to Hawaii the first week of October, and he had his accountant book the flights, but then I went nuts. Okay. Well, you can still go, can you not? Hawaii might be super fun. I would totally go to Hawaii if I had the chance to do it. Jamie, we all have ups and downs, honey. We all do. And that's what I was saying earlier in this discussion. You know, it feels really good at first when we go away, but then reality hits and we're like, oh my gosh, this is scary and I'm scared and I don't know what to do. I don't want you to feel like you went nuts. I just want you to feel like, okay, well, I expressed emotion, and next time I just don't want you to express it directly to the narcissist. That's all. You're allowed to express your emotions. You're allowed to cry if you need to cry sometimes. And you are doing really well, Jamie. You just had a moment of weakness and now it's okay. I want you to consider going to Hawaii. I'm just saying. Just saying. Because I think that would be really good for you and for your soul. All right. Malta says, SD, that's great news. I'm so happy to hear it. Jamie B says, SD, congrats, girl. One step closer to freedom. Yes, indeed. Miss Dana Nicoletti says, I get upset. I feel like I'm having to rebuild my life again while he's already remarried. He didn't have to lose the job or the house or restart with finding a new job. It doesn't seem fair, but I'm staying strong. It definitely does not seem fair. But Dana, it sucks that he's already remarried. But you know what? That should prove to you that it wouldn't have mattered, you know, if the thing is that the person he's married to is going to experience the same crap you did. The person he's married to is going to have the same abuse that you had if she's not already getting it. And what you have that she doesn't and he doesn't is freedom. You have the right to choose. And I know it feels like, oh my God, I'm having to rebuild my life. But I don't want you to look at it as a bad thing. I want you to look at it as a positive thing, because now, Dana, you get to rebuild your life in the way that you choose. It's all about what you want, and it should be. It should be about what is the perfect life for you. And I understand. Look, it would be great if we could all just move into big mansions and be like, okay, well, this is my perfect life. This is what I'm doing. But Dana, what I want you to do is I want you to make the very best of what you have every single day. Even if what you have is a bowl of cereal and some milk that's not sour, that's something to be grateful for. Okay. I want you to focus on the things that you do have that you love in your life, because when you can do that, even if they're small, tiny things, even if it's just the fact that you woke up today, I want you to focus on those things, because the things that you love in your life, if you focus your energy on that stuff, you will bring more things you love in your life. If there are things that you want in your life, I want you to imagine them in great detail, write them down, think about them, and imagine as though you already have them. They're coming to you already. Start to be grateful for the fact that they're coming to you already. You know what I'm saying? The law of attraction thing works whether we use it or not. Okay, so if you're not using it and you're focusing on all the stuff that sucks, you're going to bring more stuff that sucks toward yourself. So if you focus on the things that you want and not what you don't want, more of the things you want will come into your life. I promise you, I'm living proof of it. I promise you. All right. And I'll go into that in detail at some point. But for today, that's what I'm going to say. Nargis says, honesty and loyalty and respect and compassion and love are the most important ingredients in a good marriage and relationship. Truth. 100%. Yes. And I think those things are the number one category, and I think you have to have passion and equality and respect for, well, she just said respect. All of those things are important. Yes, I totally agree with you 100%. And like an us against the world mentality together, and not that you want to be against the world, but if the shit comes rolling down the hill, you want to know that your partner is going to stand there with you and help stop it from hitting you, or help stop it from hitting your home or your life. So, and I mean that proverbially speaking, but my point is, even if you and your spouse aren't getting along, when you're in a healthy relationship, you can stop the bullshit long enough to fix the problem together and then keep moving forward together, and what's happening in these marriages with narcissists and these relationships with narcissists is that they leave you hanging when the shit comes down the hill, or they are the shit coming down the hill. You know what I'm saying? Is that making any sense? Am I going off? Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Nargis, for sharing that. SD says, Malta Jamie B, thank you. Hair Changes Color says, good morning, Angie. Good morning, my love. She says, still waiting on the results of today's hearing. Another day he refuses to admit guilt, I'm sure. I'm going to the beach. That is a great idea. Go to the beach. The beach can be so good for your soul, and I wish I lived near a beach. The only beach I live near is like rivers and lakes and stuff. It's not the same, but it's not bad. Of course, where I live in St. Louis, we're like between two rivers, kind of. So anyway, Dana Nicoletti says, congrats to SD. And Shelly says, I agree to Nargis about what's important in a relationship. Kimberly says, I gotcha. I was once such an empath. I remember the person I was once. I just don't feel inside myself that who I once was has died. Okay, listen, I want to talk about that really quick, Kimberly. So here's the thing. When you've been with a narcissist, our urge when we go through this kind of abuse is to go, I want my old self back. Okay. But whether you were with them for 6 months, a year, 20 years, 30 years, your old self ain't coming back. Okay. And that sucks, right? But don't take that badly. Don't misunderstand me. Your old self doesn't exist anymore. You have to define yourself. Now, you might have qualities of your old self, that your cheerfulness, your empathy, your whatever, but you have to redefine yourself today, because you have evolved over those years. Whether we like it or not, we evolve with the narcissist, not necessarily in a good way. So what you have to do is look at those things that you've built up in yourself over those years, those little evolutions, those little changes where you used to be outgoing and exciting, let's say, and now you're just like an introvert and you don't want to talk to anybody because you're scared of people or whatever. So you can still work toward becoming more of an extrovert or more of a social person, but you're going to be different than you were 20 years ago or 6 months ago or a year ago, because what's going to happen is you've gotten older, life has changed. Maybe you had kids since then. Maybe maybe you got a new haircut. Maybe you gained weight or lost weight, or you bought a home, or your life changed, and you have more experience than you had before. So now you want to focus on finding the self that you want to be, defining it. I think you must first define what you want. And once you've clearly defined what you want, then I think you have to work toward developing your own character, your own qualities to be that, to be what you want. You understand what I'm saying? Is that making any sense? I hope so. So Kimberly, don't beat yourself up for it. Don't expect to be the person you used to be. Decide who you want to be now. You don't have to just accept whatever people told you that you were. What you can do is you can decide now, okay, well, this is the Kimberly that I want to be now. You feel me? I hope that makes sense. Okay. Misty says to Jamie, I'm so sorry. Maybe get a massage today. That's a great idea. She says, I like to do that when I'm out of sorts like that. It does help. Thank you, Missy, for the suggestion. SD says, thank you, Dana. Bonnie would like to see more videos on boundary setting. You got it, girl. And she says, and what reactions to expect in the aftermath. Okay, you got that. I can do that. Dana says, I'm just thinking of all the things I'm grateful for each day in rebuilding. That is beautiful, Dana. That is beautiful, and I'm proud of you. Keep going, girl. Let's see here. Brad McEwen says, my good cheer makes his day. He says, feeling quite euphoric, 90 days away. She wants me back, but I do not want her. Is it wrong to get satisfaction from that after all the abuse? No, I don't think it's wrong. Like I said earlier, I think feel the satisfaction. You deserve to feel that. But at the same time, I don't want you to let it get ugly inside of you, okay? So if you're going through that and you're feeling like, screw her, I'm so much better, feel that. That will help you keep moving forward. Just try to feel it in a really positive, happy way. Like, you know what? I am excited. I am doing great in my life, and I no longer need to feel her in my life. I no longer need to have that attention, that narcissistic crap in my life. I feel really good about that. But don't stay focused on the narcissistic crap. Just feel good about it and move forward, because certainly it's going to give you satisfaction. Who can blame you? I can't lie to you that when I ran into my ex-husband when my oldest son was 9, after he hadn't seen him for 9 years, 8.5 years, whatever, I felt satisfaction that he was looking very unattractive and that he was clearly not aging well. Let me just say that. I did. But I then had to drop that and move forward and focus on what was good in my life, because the longer we keep looking back, the less we're looking forward and looking at what we're dealing with in this moment. So don't waste your time too long feeling excited about it. Just keep moving forward. You feel me? So we're on the same page, Brad. It's all good. Jamie B says, thanks, Misty. I just don't know how he still has this kind of hold on me. Honey, remember, we're addicted to these people. In the same way that we can be addicted to drugs. So don't beat yourself up about it. You had a little relapse, big deal, keep moving forward. The longer you stay focused on the fact that you messed up yesterday, the longer he still has control over you. You know what I'm saying? You can't change what happened. All you can do is keep moving forward. So I want you to think about how you're going to react the next time something like this happens, and how you're going to deal with it so that this doesn't happen to you again. You feel me? Maybe come up with what I should have said and put it in Evernote in your phone or something. And then if he does this again, then you could just copy paste what you should have said so that you don't have to go through the whole rigmarole again, perhaps. I liked it. What I should have said file can be very useful in a divorce with a narcissist. Yeah. Yeah, Malta. Okay. Jamie B says, I'm sending out positive, SD sends out positive healing vibes to Jamie B. And I think we should all send Jamie B some positive healing vibes today. Jamie B. Muffy Lewandowski says, yes, it makes perfect sense. Thank you. But I have such a hard time with boundaries and saying no. Everyone said I'm nice to my beautiful nephew. Call me a saint. And he means it. I am no saint. No, ma'am. I feel you. I feel you. But you know what? I'll work on the boundary videos with you for you guys as well. I think you're on the right track, Muffy. I really do. I think that you're examining yourself and you're trying to figure out how you can be the best possible version of yourself. And that's a beautiful thing. So I don't want you to beat yourself up. And, being a saint, okay. I mean, you can be a sweetheart, a loving person, a caring person. And if people want to call you a saint, let them. It doesn't matter. But understand that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to feel loved, and you do. If somebody calls you a saint, define it however you want to define it. People call me an angel a lot, and I just assume that's because of my name being Angela. But I don't really think I'm an angel. I don't really have any wings. You know what I mean? But I still say thank you. Don't just let it be what it is, Muffy. It's okay. If he thinks you're a saint, let him think it. Just be yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. That's incredibly important. Yeah. Malta would also like to see videos with regard to boundary setting. You got it, honey. All right. I'm definitely going to do those videos. That's going to be a big focus for me next week in next week's videos as well. So be prepared for that. I always appreciate you guys and your feedback because you really help me understand what you need from me. And that means a lot to me. I just want to let y'all know. All right. Stacy, the sparkling star, so she's here and listening, just getting ready. Bonnie says, growing and changing always. Life is a process, not a destination. That's the truth. I agree. Jamie B, Jillian says, contact me on Facebook, please. I think that's a good idea. Jillian is a wise woman. Jamie B, did you hear that? Do you know Jillian on Facebook? She's okay. I'll let you guys work that out. Misty Trinkle says, I know, Jamie B. I go through that too. See, we've all gone through it. Jamie B., you're not alone and you're not weird or crazy or bad. You're normal and healthy. Know that. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be angry sometimes. Understand that. Nargis says, good for you, Madeline. Dana Marie Scarletti says, Jamie B., I'm sending you constant hugs and prayers and positive vibes. You are such a tough cookie. Stay strong. I totally agree. And thank you, Dana Marie, for helping support your fellow survivor. That does mean a lot to me. A day in a life in general says the verbal abuse is worse. He sees no reason now to hide his narkiness. Gray Rock is throwing him off. He constantly insinuates I'm gay. It calls me a prostitute for getting alimony and child support. Girl, I am so sorry. That is horrible. I'm sorry. Keep gray rocking him. He's doing that to try to break you. And the longer you gray rock, the less he's going to even keep trying. See what they do sometimes with gray rock, the really intense ones, is they will, when you first start the gray rock process with them, they will really dig in, right? And they will really, they'll try to make it worse because they'll be like, oh, I'm not affecting you. Hold on, let me make it worse. They'll dig. But eventually they're like, God, she's really not going to react. And then that's when they kind of get bored and move forward. So stick with it. It's worth it. I promise. It's ridiculous that he's going to that level, but just let him have it. And next time he says you're gay, you should be like, well, maybe I should be gay because obviously, anyway, I'm not going to tell you. Just gray rock. Okay. Bonnie says, I have to spend the day with a narcissist going to my daughter's promotion ceremony. I'm going to have to try to gray rock today. But I'm also not taking any shit from him either. Good for you. Good for you, Bonnie. Stay strong, but remember that the day's all about your daughter and not about him. So if I'm you, I would avoid him as much as possible. And I would stay focused on your daughter. It's about your daughter. And the moment that you're able to leave without upsetting your daughter, I would leave. I would not focus unless he leaves first. You know what I mean? Just don't give him your attention. Just if he speaks to you and he makes a point of trying, because this is what they do. They try to speak to you in front of other people. I would keep your answers short, polite, and factual. Nothing else. And I would really quickly become distracted and walk away from him or move away from him. Make sure you don't sit next to him during the ceremony or whatever. Just do your very best to kind of create a buffer between the two of you. If you can have a friend or family member help you out with that, that might also be helpful. But keep your focus on your daughter today because it's not about him. It's not about you. It's all about her. And I think you already know that, but sometimes it helps to hear it from somebody else. Nargis says, what was the surprise? I missed it. Oh, the surprise was that I did a little quiz at the beginning of this session about the happiness thing. I'll repost that later for you guys, as well as I'm going to add some additional stuff to it, and then I'll have a little download for you. later today so that you can download the happiness test and take it yourself and work. And what's coming with it will be some additional steps you can take and some additional questions that you can ask yourself and meditate on and stuff like that. So you'll see that later. Yeah. All right. Renee Goodell is in the house. Hello, Renee. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you today. DJ J Love says, I've been there, Jamie. It sucks because we feel embarrassed that we allowed them to make us lose our cool. It's okay. It will pass. You were normal. It happens. She's absolutely right, Jamie. Okay. Okay. Jillian Jamie says to look for a message from about a month ago under Marcos Bermuda as her son's name. Elise H says, sending strength to Jamie. Malta says, a day in the life in general. That is crazy. Big hugs to you. Yeah. Nargis says, good morning to Malta. Shelly says, Brad, does it feel wrong after all the shit we've gone through with these people? We deserve at least the option to take satisfaction in their suffering. Damn right. That's so funny. Guardian Wolf says, good morning. Good morning, Guardian Wolf. How are you? Dana Marie Scarletti says, good morning, y'all. Such beautiful, amazing souls here. Don't let anyone stifle your shine. Angie, this live chat makes my day and keeps helping me stay strong and get stronger every day. That is beautiful. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. Jamie says, thank you, guys. And yes, to DJ J Love, I had been the one ignoring him for 3 months, and now that it's time to pay up, he's going to do this. Exactly. He's playing games, girl. That's all he's doing. Malta says good morning to Nargis and Guardian Wolf. Let's see here. Nargis says, Picky Nana, I love how you understand yourself. Yes, that is a beautiful thing. Gray Reality's in the house. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Renee Goodell says, I was married to a narcissist. So glad I'm out. It's been 10 years. And I've heard from him 3 years since then. That's amazing. 3 times since then. That is amazing, Renee. Happy to hear that. The Guardian Wolf says, thanks, Malta. Dana Marie Scarletti says, where is it? Remember, the only thing a narc changes is their mask and or their victims. Truth. When someone shows you their true colors, listen up and believe them. Yes. I think it was Maya Angelou who said, when they tell you who they are, you believe them. You need to believe them because it's something in that along the same lines, because that's the truth. They do tell us who they are if we're honest with ourselves. We just don't always believe them right away. Yeah. Jamie B says, thanks, Elise. I need it today, friend. Guardian Wolf says, good morning to SD. Sarah Novak is in the house. Hey, Sarah Novak. She says, my narc aunt fired me and told people I resigned. Was also telling people how much she paid me. She would corner me all the time and aggress me upon me verbally. It was my last week as their nanny, and they were being extremely, hold on. Where'd it go? Oh no. I lost my spot. Okay. Well, dang it. I lost. Okay. Okay. Nope. Oh, geez. Oh, Pete. Oh, I hate when that happens. Okay. Dolores Lundberg says, narcs go fishing. They use your favorite word. Hey, that's the truth. Okay. Oh, guys, I really lost my place. Okay. Oh, Sarah Novak. There she is. They were being extremely nasty to me, and I stuck up for myself. My aunt didn't like that. No, they never do. I'm glad that you're getting out of there. I'm sorry that you're being abused by your aunt and her family. That's horrible. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Breon says, it's not right, but it's okay is the Whitney song, and it's a part of my Break You 02 playlist. Break Up 2 playlist. You are my girl. See, I knew it. Yes. Elise says you're doing great. Very good. Okay. Renee Goodell says, I just ended a 1.5 year relationship also with a narcissist. That one has been tough. It's been 8 weeks with no contact. Each day is getting better. I totally feel you, Renee. I do. And I know it's hard. I know 8 weeks is a good start. And if you keep going, it's going to get a little better each day. Like you said, keep going. You're doing great. Jamie B says, thank you, Dana Marie. Oh, Sarah says she didn't even get to say goodbye to her cousins. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry to hear that. How old are the kids, Sarah? If they're old enough to remember you, don't even worry because they're going to know the truth. Okay. Um, Guardian Wolf, can I ask a question? Always, Guardian Wolf. What do you got? Let me know. Jamie says thank you to Malta. Dana Marie says anytime, Jamie, I actually think of you and pray for you throughout the day. How sweet is that? I love you guys so much. Malta says Guardian Wolf. Yes, please. Angel Laps 123 is in the house. Hey, Angel Laps, how you doing? Um, Guardian Wolf says hi, everyone. Guardian Wolf says anyone can answer and give me insight. Okay. Prakara07 says good morning, Angie. Thanks for all the help. My pleasure. Welcome, welcome. DJJ Love says, Jamie, they always do this to us when they know we are counting on them. I'm so sorry it happened to you. I hate hearing the power that they hold over us, but Angie is right. Let go and learn from it. Totally. And Learn Grow Sing is in the house today. Hey, Learn Grow Sing, how you doing, honey? Hey, y'all, love y'all, she says. And Nargis says, Angie, excellent advice for Ellen about having second thoughts. Great, great, great news. Malta says, hello to Angel Apps and welcome. Lisa Kilmer in the house. Hello, Lisa. Welcome to the tribe today. Says, good morning, everybody. And good morning, Lisa. Yvonne says, I'm feeling better every day. Never want to go back to what that man made of me. My time with him was pure hell. Never again. I feel you, honey. Malta says, good morning to Lisa. Renee Goodell says, Ellen, I've been in your shoes. I am very supportive of you. Right on. Learn Grow Sing says, I hear that. Jamie B says, he emailed me some BS early this morning that he's preparing for Impact with a link to some counseling healing retreat in Salt Lake City that he's apparently attending in a week. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Learn Grow Sing said it was awful. Yeah. Dana Marie Scarletti says, Yvonne, I relate to that so much. Yeah. Okay. Miriam Peters is here from Belgium. Hello, Miriam. Welcome to the group. Guardian Wolf says, why am I not mad about the ex disposing of my household items the way he did? Why are you not mad? Maybe because you realize that they're just things and at least you can get out and be safe from your ex. Maybe. The fact is that things are just things. And unless they were things that you can't replace, there's really no reason to allow yourself to rage about it. Now, if you need to be mad to keep moving forward, do what you got to do, Guardian Wolf. But I feel like in this case, it's a matter of they were just things. And as long as they were just things, they can be replaced at some point. And your ex, if that's what you had to let go of to get out of there, by all means. Yeah. All right. Lisa Kilmer says, I'm going through a divorce from my somatic narc. I have a trial date of August 10th for a temporary restraining order. I haven't seen him since May after I was downsized. Is it normal to feel fear? Absolutely. It's normal to feel. Yes, of course it is. But you know what? When you feel that, I want you to use that to your advantage to propel you forward. Okay. Fear is normal. I don't think that you have, you know, I felt fear when I went through a divorce. I was so scared. I was sick. All of a sudden I was a single mom. I had a baby. I didn't know what the hell I was doing anyway. And yet, you know what? I moved forward and you can do the same thing. It will get a little bit better each day. It is normal to feel scared. Of course it is. And I feel you and I wish I could give you a big hug right now and help you through it. But I promise you this, stay strong, stick with us here. It will get better. If you haven't already joined SPAN, go do that. That's queenbeing.com/SPAN for information on that. Free, confidential, won't cost you anything but your time and maybe a little love and support for your fellow members. And they'll do the same for you. It's a wonderful group, very well organized. We have an amazing team of 16 or 17 admins, plus my business manager helps out there. So it's a very positive, healthy, supportive environment. And my admins work really hard to make sure it stays that way. Yeah. Yeah. Renee says, my ex is on his fourth wife. Oh, so is mine. What a coinkydink. Been there, done that. Yeah, that's funny. And I was the first one. So 3 since me, I think. Angel Apps 123 says, why is my narc sending me pics after 6 months of no contact? Because I don't respond, he sends pics. Probably because he's trying to tempt you or suck you back in. Just ignore him and delete that stuff. It's just a mess. Kathy Cephas in the house says, good morning, Angie, Malta, and everyone. I made it. All right, what is happening with SD? SD says to Guardian Wolf, are you feeling numb? Lisa Kilmer says, He never put his hands on me, but the emotional abuse was terrible. I'm so afraid to see him. Oh, honey, I understand. But listen, when you go to that trial date, do me a favor, do not look at him. Don't look him in his eyes. Don't look him in his forehead. Don't even look at him at all. You don't have to anymore. Okay. Just don't. If you look at him, you're going to feel that pain again. Don't look at him. Look at your attorney. Look at the judge. Look at anybody else in the room, not him. Okay. I'm telling you, that's a big part of it. Don't meet his eyes. Dana Marie Scarletti says to Jamie, that is so awful. It sounds to me like he's just trying to keep sucking you in. Yep, because he's afraid of losing you and he knows that you're too strong to stay under his thumb. I think that is absolutely the truth. Yes. Dana Marie says, Angie's so spot on. Thank you, love. Timothy Geiser says, they never, never, never change. And he is so right. They never, never, never change. Jamie B says, plus he thanked me for leaving him because he said he didn't know now, but it was the greatest gift I ever gave him because he's learning to love himself, which he's never done before. What a dick. He's messing with your head, girl. He's messing with your head. Oh, God. Just ignore him. Please ignore him. Oh, my gosh. Learn Grow Sing says they suck. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Colleen Brosnan reminds Jamie B that crying is a strength, not a weakness. She says, I think you are doing amazing. Chin up, lady. Big hugs. You got this. She is so right. I love me some Colleen, y'all. She's awesome. Okay, Colleen, you're awesome. Guardian Wolf says, not that I'm aware of unless I'm unaware. I can't remember what I asked you, Guardian Wolf. Renee says 8 weeks, no contact. That is amazing. Elise says, I don't know how these people get away with so many things. Also, it's not that hard to listen to your partner's needs and try to help sometimes. But as always, a lack of empathy. Absolutely the truth. Yeah. Dana Marie says to Jamie B, he is just awful. None of that crap is true. I agree. Nargis says, Jamie B, what you are going through now, the crying till 3 a.m., I did 4 years ago. Today, I don't even think about him. Jamie B, baby steps. Angie is right. It is a process toward healing. She is right. And I'm so glad. Nargis, thank you so much. I want to say to you guys, we have a very, very amazing group of people here. And the way that you guys support each other and support me and come together as a group is just the most beautiful thing. And I just want to thank all of you for that. I feel so grateful for you guys being part of my tribe and that you let me be part of yours. Just thank you. I love that. Thank you so much. Wally says to Picky Nana, are you a healer? I'm also a Picky Moon. Are you saying Pisces Moon? Oh, I didn't know. Okay. Stacy, the Sparkling Star, is an Aquarius. So is Hair Changes Color. Awesome. Oh, this is a new person, Megan Vardaro. Hello, Megan. Welcome to the chat and happy to see you. She says, hi, this is my first live chat. It's been a month today since I've been with my narc. If filing for a divorce and have a restraining order in place, your channel has helped me with a lot to heal as well, Pisces. Oh, cool. Right on, Megan. Well, welcome. I'm happy to have you and welcome to my fellow Pisces. Colleen says narcs aren't capable of love, Jay, maybe not for themselves or anyone else. It's a lie. I agree. Agreed. Ellen May says, thanks all. DJ J Love says, congrats, SD. If you, SD, I see the numb thing. I've done some videos about being numb. I went numb as well for a period of time, and that's very normal. So check out those videos. You can get through this part. Nargis has love for SD and prayers. Hair changes color, says yay SD for getting the job. Megan says I'm on the cusp, Aquarius, Pisces. Oh, cool. Malta says hello, Megan, and thanks for joining us. Guardian Wolf says okay, SD. Dana Marie says to Jamie B says, Dana Marie, what an ass, right? I'm like, you're welcome. Breon says it was definitely a process and I had my fair share of sorrow, but I knew that it would not last. And the longer and the more I educated myself, the easier it got day by day. That's the truth. Kathy Sifa says, okay, I have a question, Angie. Does the family of these people know they have a problem? Is their family all flying monkeys? Okay, sometimes the family knows and doesn't act like flying monkeys, and sometimes they act like flying monkeys. It depends on the family. I know with my ex-husband, his biological mother had passed before I met him, just shortly before I met him, and his stepmother and I got along just fine, and that helped a lot. But so when I actually left him, I didn't contact them right away because I wanted to let him have the opportunity to tell his own family, which he never did. What it all came down to was they realized our phone number had been disconnected because I moved away, and this is before everybody had cell phones. I got one shortly after that, uh, and and they didn't know how to get in touch with me, so they called my mother's house, and my mother had me call them, and then I had to tell them because he never bothered to tell them. So, but actually, his family supported me and not him. So I think it depends on the family. Yes, definitely there are flying monkeys in families. And I'm not saying that his entire family supported me. I'm saying that his father and stepmother did. So I think it just depends on the family. I just didn't deal with the rest of them for the most part. So, um, Lisa Kilmer says, congrats, SD. Colleen Brosnan says, SD, congrats. And SD says, thanks to everybody. Dana Marie says, Nargis, thank you so much for that. I needed to hear that. All right, you guys, I'm going to have to wrap up in a minute here because I'm 23 minutes over time and I've got to get moving forward. But I want to let you guys know. Thank you, Jamie B. Jamie B says, love you, Angie, and all you beautiful survivors. You are my angels. Yeah, yeah, I totally feel you. Okay, you guys, everybody, hugs and love to you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of my day and a part of my life, part of my tribe. I will be back later today with another video, and watch me for next week. I'll be working on some boundary stuff for you guys. Okay, since you guys have all let me know that's important to you. Please keep the comments coming as long as you want to during, I think the live chat will stay open for a couple more minutes. I'll come back and take a look at this after my next call. All right. Thank you guys again. I'll see you soon. Hugs and love and happy weekend. I know. Oh, let me remind you really quick before I go. Today is Friday, so I will not be here live on Saturday or Sunday, but I will have videos for you. And I'll be back on Monday for our usual session at 9:15, 9:30 a.m. Central Time. For those of you who aren't already signed up, you can text AngieLive, all one word, ANGIELIVE, to 33222, and I will text you 5 minutes before I go live each day. If you're interested, no pressure. And it doesn't cost anything for you. Okay? All right. I'm really out of here now. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and stay strong this weekend. I know weekends can suck, but stay strong and watch. I will have videos for you. All right? See you later.